Hello and welcome to the studio vlog. This month is August and look at this gorgeous rain. Yes, finally, don't have to deal with the heat. We've had an interesting few days with storms and I've been trying to work and get on with things. I'm feeling very spooky season today, so kind of vibing with that. But no, it's postal day. Yay! I'm just enjoying my beautiful walk, enjoying the pitter patter of the rain. He basically threw some dye on my hair last night because the blonde was really starting to get me down. It's a little patchy in places, but I think blonde suits a lot of people, but I think it just washes me out a bit too much. I need more warmth in my colour palette. So I would show you properly, but it is absolutely peeing it down. But yes, you're wondering what dye this is? This is the New Directions in fluorescent orange. It's not going to last very long. I know, it's a semi-permanent dye. They never do last very long with me in any way, shape or form. But it'll be a while before we can get to our hairdressers. So I think just throwing some temporary dye on isn't too bad. I'm not going to bleach my hair, not again. I don't really trust myself to bleach my hair, mainly because so much can go wrong. And my hair is already pretty damaged and it needs a really healthy cut, which eventually we'll get there, but I digress. And today's going to be an interesting day. I'm going to be working on some of the necklace designs that I've been wanting to do for the store update. Got commissions to work on, and tonight I'm watching XU, the penultimate episode, which I'm very excited for. Next week we're going to be watching the finale and we're all so hyped for it. But anyway, I'm going to go and post orders. I'll see you in a bit. Just come into the living room. Look when Bella is. Bella. Oh, that face knows that she's in trouble. Because she's not meant to be up there. Hiya, madame. So, went to go and post orders. I got soaked, as you do, which was not fun at all. Got myself a nice coffee while I was out. Did I spill it all over myself? Yes. It's not my finest start to the day. But you know, I'm very grateful that it's raining. Currently working on some new merchandise for the August store update. I had a few ideas, sort of like necklace ideas. I was torn between putting them in wooden or acrylic. Part of me kind of wants to do both. But the other part of me knows that feasibly I won't be able to do both. And with the acrylic, they are made from recycled acrylic. There are sort of like two things about it. Acrylic could work really well. It tends to be very, very strong, very nice lasting, but wooden works better with my style. So I am a little torn. I really am. So I've done one design, I'll show you in a sec, and I'm working on another design because we're doing like sort of like halfway through September, so it will be my like Halloween / autumn update / end of summer update. So we're doing like a mixture of things for this update. There's going to be so much stuff for this update, it's going to be ridiculous, but let me show you. So this is the tarot design. As you can see, the way I'm going to be doing it is I'm going to have like the hands dangle down into the necklace, so that it creates this sort of like fun shape. And I'm also going to be doing the same with the sort of like pumpkin design, where it's going to have like pumpkins either side, so it goes into a fun shape. So it's just not this on its own, because I found that on its own was a little bit boring. So you can see here I've done a few concepts. This is the pumpkin concept. This was a prickles concept, but unfortunately prickles doesn't do as well up on the store, so that's going to be a future
update in the future. Look at my hands, they're such a state already. This was the rough idea for the tarot and Teacup Dragons. Teacup Dragons is another one that I'm thinking for like a future update, just because I like the concept of this design, but I'm not too sold on it at all. But yeah, so I'm just currently working on this. It's gonna be fun. Yay. I'm hoping to get this done today because that would be really, really good, because that's one less thing on my list that needs doing. Yay. So because I haven't been filming, I had a good post day over the last 2 days. I actually pre-ordered this one, which is the 4th in the Adventure Zone series, on Amazon about 4 months ago. And then when the launch date came out, they ran out, so I never got my pre-order, which always really annoys me, because what's the point in paying for a pre-ordering something if you're not going to get it? And they were waiting for a shipment to arrive, so I cancelled that and actually ordered this from Book Depository, and they're a really, really good company. The only thing I dislike is that it can take over a week before they even start to dispatch, which is kind of frustrating, especially when I'm like, pretty book. But yeah, so I ordered that. That was after waiting 3 weeks for Amazon to dispatch mine. No, it was nearly a month for Amazon to dispatch mine. I was like, no honey, no. I also ordered the 4th in the Witch Hat Atelier series. So it actually introduced me to this, and the artwork in it is just so beautiful. I'm going to show you a page so that you don't have too many spoilers, considering this is book number 4, but I haven't bought manga in so long, and then I saw this and was like, yes, please. I like to buy books. Books make me very happy, and I cannot wait to read this one and this. I'm so excited to read them both, but I've been waiting for this one to come out because I was really excited, because the Crystal Kingdom arc in the Adventure Zone is one of my favourites. I've also got on pre-order the next in the 99 series, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait for them to announce like Vox Machina Volume 3. But in case you can't tell, I really like comics. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now so I can get to work. So, it's already been a day. I am working on scanning right now. Yes, fantastic setup, whatever. Bella is helping. I'm having an issue with this scanner, and I'm basically looking up and researching it and how I can fix it. And there isn't an easy fix to it, which looks like I'm gonna have to get a new scanner. Let me show you. Okay. So, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on the screen itself, but can you see that these white lines are going through the scan? Now that's not on the image at all. That's actually a scanner issue. And like, so looking it up, because you know me, I have no chill, and like I researched it, and it's like essentially there's, when you scan, there is a sort of like a white balance meter on the scanner itself, and that essentially, you know, when it's scanning the issue, it's having trouble collaborating. That's essentially what it's doing. Which means that there's dirt underneath the screen. Now I know that there's dirt underneath the screen, but the only way that you can get to it is by taking it apart and cleaning it. Now it's past its warranty, but I'm not technically, you know, elaborate in that place. And I'm reading here, this guy had to like take it apart completely and then re-glue it and put it all back together. Do I trust myself to do that? Absolutely not. So that set me back from my original plan. It's half of the screen is absolutely fine, so it's letting me scan absolutely fine, but when I'm scanning full pages, it is a trouble. It means that it would have to be replaced, because you know, when I'm scanning bigger pieces like A4 and A3, it's gonna have an issue. So that's the thing I'm gonna have to replace, which is absolutely fine. If you're wondering what this is for Sketchbook Volume 6, because I am doing, for the store update, a new sketchbook. I've just ordered yesterday the new necklaces that are going, necklaces and earrings, sort of something that I'm venturing into, and I need to order the parts for that. But yeah, this is a pain in my patootie. So my partner's treated me to some Critical Role goodies. Look at that in this box. Madame, hi. It's your box. What are you doing? They had some new merch up on the store, and I haven't been like buying merch at this moment in time, just because like really got a lot of it. And so there was some new Critical Role merch that was coming out, and it came out, and I finally got it. Get off that plastic. Shut that plastic off. So we have the Wild Mountain mug. These are the camping mugs. I love these so much. Oh, I'd love to have the full set. But these, it's just so pretty. It looks like little stars. What do you think? Can you smell? We've also got the XU pin, which is really, really cool. And the XU stickers. These are so much bigger than I thought, holy smokes. But yeah, they announced these on Thursday, and I said today, I was like, oh my god, like, you know, I really, really want the pin. It's like, well, get it for yourself. And I said, well, no, because I need to buy merchandise, you know, because we've got a new store update coming out. And so he turned around and bought them for me. Best husband ever. Oh, this mug though. Yes. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? So it is currently the 18th of August. Where has this month gone? I've spent like practically most of this week passed out with a headache. I get them every now and again. It's just a part of fibro, but like I'll get this really intense headache where I just can't function at all.
and it's really detrimental because I have a lot to do. You know, store launch next month, there's a lot to do. So yeah, I'm just going to go and post orders and pick up Bella some meds. Nothing too worrisome, don't worry. It's just like the yearly meds that they get for cats. So yeah, wish me luck on this journey, as it is very drizzly today. But you know, I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, let's get on with the day. So we're having a little bit of a change of scenery today. I haven't been feeling great for the last week. I had like a really bad headache that was here and shooting up and down my face here, for like on and off since Saturday, and it's now Thursday. And it's pretty much taken me out for like the entire week, which is frustrating, but like, what can you do? So as you can tell, I have finally come down with a cold. I think it was a sinus headache because it was mainly here and here. So I decided to, I've got a lot of scanning that needs to be done for Sketchbook Volume 6. So I'm gonna scan all those in because it's not too difficult work to do. It's pretty mindless, just scanning and thingy. But I had to get a new scanner because I showed you in a previous clip, I meant to film it all. Unfortunately, my old scanner started to have issues where it had these like white lines coming up and down it. Unfortunately, that is it's a bit of a hardware issue. You have to take it apart to clean it because it means that something on the sensor isn't working. Now, for me to take it apart and clean it could cause a lot more damage, considering I don't know what I'm doing. So I decided it would be cheaper in the long run to buy a new one. So this was £50. This is the Canon LIDE 300. I was going to go for the 500, but the 500 was like 130 quid, whereas this one was only 50. So I'm going to work on with that with my day, and I'm actually going to respond to a few emails I've got in regards to product reviews for the channel. I do get these emails like fairly often, like I get them like 3 or 4 times a week, and what I do is I go through a vetting process to see if it's worth reviewing it for the channel. For example, like digital tablets, they're all well and good, but I have to make sure that they're compatible with a lot of software that other people use, because then it's a fair review. For example, I use a Mac computer, and I've used a Mac computer for like practically all my life. I grew up using a Mac computer, so like when I try and use PC, I don't know what I'm doing. So yes, they are expensive, but I barely have to replace a Mac, whereas if I used a PC, I feel like I would have to replace it a lot more considering the specs that I need. Like, I'm getting to the point where I think I would probably have to replace the Mac soon. But this is a 2015 Mac with fairly decent specs. It's got an i7 processor, 500. I'm going into specifics here, but it basically has a lot of stuff that is really ideal for all the work that I do. So I know that I have to replace it every X amount of years, and I know it's going to be like £2,000 to replace it. So I have to work towards that. So I basically have to make sure that it's compatible with Mac, and I have to make sure that they have a left-handed and a right-handed. Not because I'm left-handed, but it's more like there are quite a few people that I know that are left-handed, and when they get a tablet, it's not suitable for left-handed means. So, you know, then it's not fair. I have to make sure that I like go through and do all that. I've been approached by in the last month 3 different tablet companies, and 2 of them are just not suitable for everything. So yeah, so I'm gonna get on with my working day, and I'm just gonna scan, because today I can sit up and function somewhat without needing to lie down. Ella's in the mood,
put flea stuff on her yesterday. We just do it as a precaution. Not that she's an outside cat, but you know, you can trape stuff in and out when you're walking around, and considering we live next to a fairly open park, I just, you know, it's precaution stuff, isn't it, Puddin'? Isn't it? She's so mad right now. She's sat on my computer. But let's get on with scanning, because this book needs to be ordered by the latest next week. Let's get on with it, shall we? She's so feisty. He's sat on my computer. Yo. Thank you. Can I please? She looks so offended. Okay, let's do this. No! Leave the wines alone. You are the worst. Stop. So when working on a project like this, it actually helps to have more scans than less scans. So like even now I'm scanning pages where I wouldn't necessarily, you know, I might not put them in the book, but then I have more stuff. So say for example, if I have a gap in a page, I can fill that gap in a page. So right now I'm currently going through all 4 of the sketchbooks that I had since you know, doing the last book, and I also have the last 2 books for references, which is these 2, and this is so that I can double check that I don't scan the same thing, because that has happened where I've scanned like the same thing and then I've gone through the books and suddenly realised like, hey, this has already been used, this asset has already been used. And this is because like when I'm scanning, I'll scan from like tons of different resources and then go from there. Let's just show you what Bella's doing. Madame, I don't think you can scan your pores. I mean, we can give it pause for thought. It's like, don't turn me off, mother. So this is the next day. Yes, it's an aeroplane. This is the next day after being really poorly. What is going on? I feel alright. I feel okay. I'm operating on 4 hours of sleep, so we'll see how the day goes. But no, like, I feel alright, which is weird considering how poorly I've been. This week's a bit of a dud, if I'm honest. Like, feeling off for the entire week and my mental health's not been absolutely fantastic. So, you know, something's gotta give eventually. I'm kind of torn. So, I've been approached by a company to do a review of some of their products, and they are a manufacturing company, which is really, really cool because this is a really common company that I know within the industry, say convention peeps, that, you know, a lot of people know. And it's really good because I've tried a lot of different companies and it would be really good to get their products and review them, this and that. So I'm thinking again a variety of stuff because the more scope that you have, the better you can like sort of judge general. You can basically get a better opinion of it. And they manufacture a lot of stuff, and one of those things is enamel pins. And I have quite a bit of credit, and I'm like, do I just get like an enamel pin made? And like, it'll be my first one, and it'll be exciting because I've never gotten an enamel pin made before. But the problem is what to do. Because I could do Plant Witch, and Plant Witch is fairly popular within you guys and within the convention community, but the issue that I have, it's not popular online at all. So it wouldn't shift on the online store. So Prickles and Plant Witch, it doesn't really shift on the online store. So I'm in sort of like two minds, because it would be really good to have the merchandise for a convention. Especially considering the conventions are picking back up, and you know, rules are being sort of like up in the air. Just got into MCM Comic-Con, so I'm like, it's sort of like good that this credit's come about, because I'm like, hey, I can experiment with lots of different merchandise and I can see what works and what doesn't, and in the future, if I'm going to order with them, I can see, you know, what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know, very rambly. There is a point to this. So like, I know certain merchandise does well at conventions versus what does well online. So it's versus like, do I get something that's gonna, you know, might have for a while, but I know that it could do well at a certain event? Or do I like go for something that's a little bit more to do with other stuff that I've already currently got up in the store? Because there's certain merchandise that sells really well up in my store, like Frank to Frank, surf to camera right here. There's certain merchandise that does really, really well in the store. Teacup Dragons is a huge one. Like, I think last week, half of my sales, no, 2/3 of my sales were just Teacup Dragons, which is really cool. Teacup Dragons is, I'm really glad that Teacup Dragons has been accepted the way it has. It makes me very, very happy. But that's a part of a bigger branch that I'm going into, which now won't be out until next year because, you know, mental health, yay. This year's been a bit of a dope for everything that I've been working on, let's be honest. It's sort of like everything I want to go has gone out the window because I've just needed to take more of a break than I realised. But I could do Teacup Dragons, but that requires me working on something entirely new. And I don't know how well that will fit with the convention scene because it hasn't debuted at a convention yet. Because I started doing the Teacup Dragons in, I think it was February 2020. And like, we didn't have a convention until May 2020. So like, you know, this was all new stuff. It hadn't been debuted at a convention. So it's like, I don't know how that's going to react. And it's interesting because at the convention I'm going to, which is MCM London Comic-Con. Hi, yes, I'm so excited. At the table, you can only have a certain amount of merchandise versus comics, or versus original artworks, which is like zines and stuff like that. So it's interesting because there isn't a Teacup Dragon zine yet, but I can work on that, which means that there would be merchandise for that up on, you know, the table. But then it's like, do I sacrifice the other project that I was going to think of working on, which for Inktober/Witchtober this year, I'm doing an entire black and gold theme, which I was really excited to do. I know this is very rambly and it's going on for a while, but this is like super, super important because this is sort of the process I go through. I go, okay, this is like the merchandise that works really well up in the store, and this is the merchandise that works really, really well at a convention. Prickles merchandise and Plant Witch merchandise I cannot keep on my table at a convention because it just goes. Whereas online, it's not as popular because it doesn't have a following online because the comics aren't available online, which is something that I'm working on changing because I want the comics to be available online as well. So it's sort of like, it's the sort of like battle that I go through. Do I go for like what I know sells at a convention, or do I go for what I know is going to sell on Etsy?
It's a tough decision. It really, really is. It's very stressful. It really is, but what can I do? But anyway, I think I'm gonna work on some merchandise. I've got stuff that I can already send off to be made, because they make a lot of keyring stuff, which are really cool. They also do washi tape as well, so I can try out that brand of washi tape because I already have a manufacturer for washi tape, so it'd be interesting to see a different person doing washi tape. There's just a lot of things that I could do. It's just a fact of what to do. Anyway, I'm gonna work on commissions because of commission that he's doing. Look what's just arrived. It's my Zap order. This is gonna be all the necklace parts and stuff, which is gonna be amazing. Bella's decided that she's gonna sit on my phone for the entirety of this, but open it up. Yes, I am still in bed. It is literally, it's just gone like 8:30 and I've been awake for like 10 minutes. Let's have a cuppa after this. Oh my god, if I can open this. Look, it's a parcel. The boy. Hello, boy. Proper munching. Hello, you. Yeah, it's another one at the back.
Yeah, that's what I thought you saw.
No. Now, is that first black with white stripes or black with black stripes? That's the real question. So this white bird that we just saw is this one. That's so cute. Well, people can see, but look at that boy. That's a vampire crab.
a couple of presents.
There he is. Alright. Oh, you ready for your close-up? Hello. If there is a 12-meter child, I am quite scared.
Just remove the sticks. No. It's okay, baby. You can do it. He's got it. He's like, I got a stick. He's like, after all these years.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello, little one. Oh my gosh, it's me. It is Saturday, the 28th of August. Where has this month gone? I feel like I say that every single month because the months just go zoom by, and we're nearly at like autumn. Even though we're currently having a hot snap at the end of August, and autumn doesn't really come until end of September / early October, you know, which like that vibe for a minute. I'm sort of feeling it. I'm feeling autumnal. I don't know if you can tell. I'm in a spooky mood. Ignore the hair. It needs re-dyeing. I can't get a hair appointment till December. But anyway, I thought I'd do a quick talk to camera because I got emails back from manufacturers actually. So the manufacturer I'm doing a collaboration with, which will be a separate video / like I'll also show it in September's vlog if it arrives in September. Just double checking over files, making sure everything's okay. I had a few issues with my washi tape files, which they're fixing, which I'm really hoping goes well, because if their washi tape is good, because it's a different manufacturer from what I normally would use, it's another one that I can recommend to people to use, which is fantastic. You know, I like to give recommendations to people. If people have recommendations for printing, like want recommendations or have recommendations for printing, you know, it's one of the, I'm very happy with showing manufacturers. Like, I know people are very protective over it, but I'm quite happy with it. But I digress. Also, was meant to get my Mixum order on Thursday. It got delayed till Friday. And when the guy came on Friday, DPD came on Friday, he was like, yeah, I've only got one parcel for you. And it's like, meant to have like a big box or, you know, 2 boxes, because I was reordering volume 3 of Work in Progress sketchbook, and then I ordered volume 6 as well as our wedding sort of save the dates, because it's cheaper than actually getting the paper and printing it myself.
and also so new thank you cards because we're down to our last 50. And he was like, oh, I've only got one person. I was like, okay. And I noticed that I only got shipment for half the order. I was like, okay, that's absolutely fine. You know, they've said that there's going to be delays. I'm okay with that. I'm also like, we're going to York on Wednesday. I really hope it arrives before we go to York on Wednesday. This is the reason why I ordered it so early. So I didn't want... I digress. So I got an email being like, oh yeah, it's going to arrive today. So I was like, okay, it's going to arrive today. I'm going out like midday because I'm meeting up with a friend and we're going to go out for coffee and I'm very excited. But I woke up at like 8 o'clock and looked over at my phone. It's like, we're sorry we missed you. I'm like, what? It's 8 o'clock. Tried to deliver it at 7:30. It's a Saturday. No one, businesses are open before Saturday. Like, I'm not an early riser. I mean, considering last night my fibro was pretty bad and I did not sleep until way gone past 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, 7:30. No. What is this? So yeah, that's gonna get delayed probably until tomorrow. I just hope he doesn't try to deliver it at 7:30. Saturday's my only day off. No. Not this. So yeah, I'm hoping that when they arrive, they look alright. I'm always nervous when it comes to ordering things. Some manufacturers are really, really good and they'll keep you updated with the whole process, and if there's an issue with the file, they'll message you, let you know, and so that you can, especially like that's one of the good few experiences I've had where, like, especially in Mixam, I found like that if there's any issues, they'll message me and I can get it sorted. I've had other printing companies where they'll just print the mistake, and like even if like say your file is like not CMYK, if your file's like too big or anything like that, they'll just print it, and then there'll be printing issues, and instead of going messaging me like, hey, there might be an issue with this printing, are you okay with me going ahead, they just go it, and this is understandable because obviously they get like hundreds of thousands of orders like every single day. They're not gonna check every single one, but when you're spending like quite a significant amount of money, it can be frustrating. And I've had issues with companies before, and like it's just a constant back and forth. But now, like, because we're prepping for the September store update, I have to think of that, and I also have to think of prepping for Comic-Con. I can't believe I'm going to Comic-Con. I'm very nervous and very excited. I'm nervous because obviously with everything that's happening, I'm very, very nervous about the public transport side of things. Sort of like part of the reason why we're taking like this few day trips to York is just so I can, because my anxiety has been very, very bad about being out, never mind being in a public space. But you know, I've got my masks, I've double vaccinated, we've got lateral flow tests, we've got antibacterial, like we're trying to protect ourselves as much as we physically can. And bear in mind, there is no mandates here in the UK at the moment, which personally don't agree with, but that's my personal opinion. Everyone's got their own opinion. I'm not going to argue with someone if like, you know, but no, like sort of York is sort of like a test for us because my anxiety is bad in social situations as it was, but with everything that's happened, it's gone from like maybe a casual 5 to a 20 out of 10, like to the point of like even going for a food shop causes me a lot of anxiety. But you know, we're going to Comic-Con and I'm very excited / very, very nervous, and I have to prep for that. So I'm trying to think of what stock to take because I can't take everything because I've only got a 6-foot table. My merch will not fit. My merch barely fit before the panini, right? I don't know how. I'm gonna have to do table plans and everything. So a lot of September will be like half store update, half getting prepped for Comic-Con. So I have to think about that now, which is very exciting and very nervous. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna go and do some work before I go out. Get some planning done because I've got my sketchbook and I'm just gonna do some planning, really. Anyway, let's do this. Get on with it. I've got a few days before the month's over. Ah!
excuse my very warm state. I was in the middle of cleaning when DPD arrived. Yay! It's absolutely fantastic because it is the Work in Progress Volume 6 books, as well as our save the dates for the wedding and the new thank you cards. I just wanted to change the artwork on the front of them because when I order them, I order about 600. Not that I go through those very quickly, but I order quite a few because it kind of makes sense, you know, to order a lot and then, you know, it takes time to go through them all. So this is Work in Progress Volume 6. I'm really, really excited to see how it turned out printing wise. Okay. You guys want to see, obviously. Let me show you. Ignore the table. Like I said, I'm in the midst of cleaning. So this is Work in Progress Volume 6. We've got the unicorn girl on the front again. Decided to go for like a very purpley one, like a very gorgeous warm tone. So I was really excited about this. Also, we've got wifey Isabella on the back. DM just informed us that we've got 5 major cases before the end of the campaign, and I'm like, no! But anyway, I'll show you what's inside. So we have a lot of sketchbook stuff in here. Whole page is dedicated to Isabella, pages dedicated to Marie and Prickles. And I'm really, I love how they've printed. Look at some of the colours, are so vibrant. Oh my god. But yeah, this will be going up on the store with the store update. I'm super, super excited about it. Yes. Okay. Just to show you as well. Hi, Bella. I'm taking the carpet up so I can hoover, but we've got our save the dates for our wedding. I can't really show you the other side. One sec. So I got like this really cute like bird motif. They're really, really cute. I'm really happy with how they came out, and we can start sending those off because you know, it's a year before the wedding. We need to do that. And then this is the new thank you card. Still got a few thank you cards left, so I'm going to be using them, a mixture of this new one and the old one, but I'm really, really happy with them. Mix them always do some really good printing jobs, but now I need to tidy because this flat needs it. Considering we're going away to York on Wednesday for a few days, I sort of want to make sure that I've done everything that needs doing so that when we come back there's nothing to do, because essentially next week is my entire week off, so I have to do as much as I physically can to make up for it. So let's go tidy. And that pretty much was the month. A bit of a wild one, actually. Let's be honest, store prep months always are a little bit all over the place, just because there is so much to do in time for the later store update, which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, it is September 17th, the next store update. So in September's vlog, you are going to see a lot of the behind the scenes of working. We're already starting to get stuff arriving, which is fantastic. A little bit of Heather's schedule so we can start to take photos and edit. So it's going to be really fun. I'm quite excited for it. I'm actually really looking forward to going to York, which by the time you're seeing this video, I probably would have bought my ghosts from the York Ghost Merchants, which I am very, very excited for. But you'll see all that in next month's vlog. I really enjoyed going to Chester Zoo. I was so full of inspiration after that. I really love going to the wildlife parks that we have here in the UK, because a lot of them are talking about preservation, and they share a lot of the stories behind some of the creatures, which is really phenomenal to see. I did feel a bit bad because, like, for the first half of this month, I pretty much did not film a lot of stuff just because mental health was sort of like all over the place, but it was pretty interesting, I think. Some really fun moments. you can see here, I'm just packing orders because I have to send them off to go and get them all sent off before I head to York, so that when I come back, the shop has a clean slate to be able to come back to. I really want to get better at organising for my desk, just because it's sort of like all over the place at the moment. It's a bit difficult when you've got such a small space with inventory, but those bookcases that are next to the desk, I sort of like want to sort out and go over and go through them myself. In a way, it helps like when I'm packing orders for everything to be a little bit organised, and there is some organisation, but it's sort of like my organised chaos, so to speak. I know where everything is, but no one else does. And that's pretty much it. That was the vlog. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. It's always fun to see the behind the scenes of people working, and I definitely want to show you all a bit more behind the scenes of every day. It's difficult with working with an invisible illness and doing this full time, but it is a lot of fun, and I really, really do enjoy it. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful week. Remember to love what you do, keep drawing, and as always, folks, stay creative.